Okay, so our pattern is dry and now we're going to move on to cutting. So because we have an end like this, we need to cut those off, and that is one thing for sure that we can't change because I don't know if it would look awesome with that end. So I'm just going to take my paper cutter, which is kind of hard to do whenever I've got a snake mount right in front of me, but I hope you guys can see this, and I haven't cut it off where you can't see me doing this, but taking the edges off, and this leaves us with 11 inches. And because I want to get the maximum out of this, I'm gonna cut it straight in half. So I'm gonna go to 5.5, and these are just gonna be 5.5 inch long bookmarks, which makes them a little short. So I don't know if I want to do that or not, actually. That makes them this long. Let's see what we can do. Let's do 6-inch bookmarks, I think. Yeah. Let's do 6-inch bookmarks, and then we can turn it. So I'm just gonna give myself a little bit more, like 6 1/4. So this is 6 1/4, and is it that direction? And then we're probably gonna have to do some from this direction now. So I'm gonna measure 6 inches and a little bit more. And really, you can do it however you want. You can try to use the whole paper, or you can just pick out the ones that are best. And you might want to do a few sheets of these if you want it to be for lots of people. So this is now 5 inches, so I could make one here. And so whenever we're making our little cuts, we need to look at what will it look like isolated right here. Do I want this to be right on the edge of the paper, or do I want to show a little bit of that? And I think I do, so I'm going to cut right there. So this would be the bookmark, and I'm going to trim this edge off a little bit there, but I think I like that one. And then we can make another one out of this. We need to decide where we want to cut. Do we want to cut here so we can see that part, or do we want to cut here? And I think I like having this part showing, so I think I cut crooked at one point, and this gets a little hard whenever you've got a cutter like this, so going to a actual like guillotine kind of cutter might be better in some situations. So here's my second one, and you'll notice that they're not exactly the same, but it doesn't matter because no one's going to be comparing the two. And then I need to trim off both of the edges of this one, just so we don't see that unfinished edge. And this one also. So we've got 2 here. And then we've got 6 inches this way and 9 inches this way. So we can make a few this way too. So we need to think, do we want it to look like that, or do we want to move it over and have it look like this? I think I actually like this right here, and I'm really kind of also thinking about the next cut and what will it do to the flowers beside it. Let me start over here and see what it looks like here. So I've got 9 inches, 8, 7. We're gonna do a little less than 7. So if I went like, a little less than 1 and a little less than 2, which like 1 1/4. That looks good. Oh, it turned out to be thinner than this one. Again, that's fine. So that was a little less than 7. 6. So the next cut would be not there. Good grief. 1 would be about right here, and I think I like that, so we'll cut there. And then the next one would be about right here, which I don't like, so I think I'm going to cut a little bit here. And do this. So then that's just a little bit better for me. Yeah. And then we have, we don't have quite 4 inches, so this is all worn out. It's really hard to tell now. Yeah, it's like 3.5 inches, so we need to decide where we like the cut. Do we want it, I think I want some of the center showing, but if I did it this way, it would hang off the edge. I do like having this little one showing here, so I'm kind of torn. Okay. I think my decision is to cut here. Yeah. Okay, and then we go on to the fun part. How many did we make out of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and then we have some left over. We could have been more efficient with our cuts. And if you wanted to make like one little one out of this, you could. But we potentially could have gotten maybe one more out of it if I had been a little bit more efficient. But I like the ones that we got out of this. So, okay, now we're gonna set our cutter aside and go on to our corner punch. And from here, I'm just gonna make one. So I'll pick one that I like the best. And you just, super easy. This, I think, is what makes it look the most finished. You just chop that little edge. And it goes from looking homemade to just a little bit more professional, in my opinion. And then, this is the most interesting part. We're gonna take duct tape, and we're gonna take just cheap, this is super cheap tape, and I'm gonna flatten it out, and I'm gonna take the edge and roll it so that it has some place to lay. And then try not to get your fingers on it. And then what I'm gonna do is set it right on top. It's really hard to see. And I may not get all of the edge. That's okay. These are little homemade things. You can always laminate if you want instead of that. So then I'm gonna roll this over and go all the way down and try not to screw it up. Let's see, how did I do? Grab some scissors. Okay, so this side needs to be pushed out a little bit because it's slightly wrinkled. And if you want to make sure that it gets exactly like it, that it fits it exactly, because this part is just a little bit left over, then you can make sure that your cut is smaller than the tape. and mine was, in this situation, just a little too big. So let's go and do another one so you can see how it looks like when it's not screwed up. And I'm gonna pick one that was smaller cut to begin with. One of the thinner ones was this one. Went to around the edge. Okay. I'm gonna start. No, let's start like this. If I were doing this in a little bit different light, I could probably see better. There we go, and that one fits perfectly on. So if you're worried about the one side getting warped, then you can cut this and then just lay it on from the other side too. You might mess up the first couple of times, so practice makes perfect. Almost always, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. See? Uncut, right? Okay, and then we even it all out. And then we're gonna trim the corners. I really like laminating these because I like any excuse to slide my scissors across the tape, but it's not so awesome with this tape. It's better with actual lamination. So if you have a way to laminate, by all means, please do it. Okay, so now we need to decide if we want this to be the top or this to be the top. So I usually just flip it around and look, and I really like it here. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. You can measure exactly if you'd like, but in typical Mandy fashion, I'm just gonna eyeball it, find the center, and hole punch it. And then we're gonna find a color that matches the best. The pink is out, so I think that's between peach and this gray or the darker gray. I really like the darker gray, so we'll go with that one. And how I do it is I just take this while it's still in its ream and find the center, and I just cut it like this so that I've got a full section just like that. And this is the perfect length to to use as the thing. And then I use about 7 of these. I just kind of eyeball it to see the thickness that I like. Whoops. This one is 1, 2, 3, 7 of them. And then I will push it through like that and find the tips, and then working backwards, take my 2 fingers, I roll it around, I push it through. Hope you guys can see that. And then push it all the way down to the bottom so it's nice and even. And then the last thing I do, just to finish it off, is straighten these out and cut so that they're nice and straight. And there is our bookmark. Thank you guys. I hope you had a good time and that you learned a good skill, and hopefully get to use these for your next Valentine's gifts. Have a good day.